Hello, everyone. We're going to get started very, very quickly. I'm just allowing them to have a little quick briefing, and just so we know the score, what we're going to do, how you join the game, stuff like that, because it's always difficult. This is something completely brand new to us. I have played chess in the park before. I've never played it on this scale with a lot of people around, things like that. So hopefully we don't have any mishaps or anything like that. It should all run smoothly. Should all be good. We'll have a good time, and we'll see some chess get played. I'm going to put it out there for anyone that is joining in. That might be external to TAW. This is one of our fun little tournaments that we've decided to run. Different games, run them as often as possible. And we've obviously decided to use Chess in the Park for this one. Yes, I'm going to put it out there. We might not see the next Magnus Carlsen playing today. But I think we've got a wide variety of people. Different skill levels and everything. So if you're watching for elite chess streaming, it might not be what you're expecting, but I would still say you're going to expect some quite wild games. So I'd put away your chess books or your chess bots or whatever that might analyze moves, because we are going to confuse all these bots by playing wild moves and wild crazy strategies and everything. That's what it's going to be like today. Thank you for the subscribe as well. Just to let you know, we are playing on a slight delay, just for the interest of fairness. But it's not. It's long enough to allow the players a bit of privacy when they're playing, but we'll still be in the action, so we'll be good. But yes, once they are ready, we will get up and running. But I have played quite a lot of chess and stuff myself. I am not playing today. I'm going to be spectating as many games as possible, jumping in and out, see what it's like. I used to play a lot of chess when I was in school and stuff, so I kind of have an idea what I'm talking about. Stuff like analysing games and stuff, so it should be fun. But everyone that's in the chat as well, give your opinions and stuff as well. Keep it nice and keep it friendly. Everyone is here at different skill levels. We're all here to have fun. So, we're doing it in a bracket system. It's a double elimination, because we wanted to give people opportunity to play multiple games. We didn't want someone to come across someone really strong and then just get knocked out and then that's it. That's not fun. So we got a double elimination bracket. We are using something called Challenge. I know it sounds weird. If anyone's ever used that website, great website to use to organise tournaments for. So that's going to be making the brackets for us. No one's got seeding or anything. This is completely random, because I don't know everyone's chess ratings. So we might get wild games. I think we're going to get interesting games. I'm excited to see what we can throw out. But I believe, so when we're ready to start the first game, that's when we're closing everything. So if you do want to come and play, you need to go and join the Discord group now. And this is on a delay, remember. So when you're hearing this, it means you should have been joining a couple of minutes ago. So jump in there. We've still got places for people to play. We want to make this as big as possible. But if you just want to chill and watch, you can chill and watch with me. And we'll enjoy this nice Saturday evening together. It's nice and sunny outside in the UK. How is it for everyone else? But we will just wait. We will get going very shortly. What I might do, I'll just put some nice little music on the background while we wait. I want to give them a chance to. That has decided to end as I played it. But this will be part of a wider project we're doing down in SVD. So we are looking to have regular tournaments, different games, different times, as competitive as possible. We're potentially looking to open them up for maybe prizes and stuff down the line. So if you want these types of things to happen, we need to get engaging with the tournaments. The more people that come, the better they are. They're not always going to be like Discord games and stuff like this. We just want this nice and easy. We have got a lot of things planned. Bonjour. I don't know if you're just saying that or if you're actually French. I don't know. But hello. But that's the idea anyway. Just waiting for them to... Nice briefing, so we don't have any interruptions when we start. It's nice relaxing music, I suppose. Gets us going. But while waiting, people are watching. Has anyone done anything exciting or anything today? Or has it just been one of those boring Saturdays? I myself have been playing Trivian all day because a new World Champions server qualifiers have started, so I've been mega busy with that. But I still want to have time to come and help out TAW do these wonderful tournaments. It's a long briefing. They're talking important stuff. Well, we should get into the action very soon. Like I said, we've done this type of tournament because we want to start a regular stream of different tournaments and stuff. So this being the first one, it's just nice to blow some of the cobwebs away and go from there. I've had people asking me as well, TAW at War, our big premiere tournament of the year that we always do. I'm not going to give you any confirmations on games or when it's going to be, because that's in the background, but I can tell you it's coming this year and it's going to be an interesting one. I don't think it's going to be a game that a lot of people expect. So I think it's going to be quite fun. But in the meantime, if anyone does have any games or anything they want to maybe try and do a tournament of, come and speak to us in SVD, Open Operations. Doesn't even have to be a big TAW wide one. It could be something in your divisions as well. This is what we're here. We're here to help. So this is what we're here to do. I've just noticed I'm getting a lot of messages. I think we're just waiting for 1 or 2 more people. Oh, so we've got some people that are coming down to start their games. So it looks like we're pretty much ready to go. So when they come down, we'll get them set up in the games. Just a quick rundown. The games, each round is just going to be a best of 1. The final will be a best of 3. The time is just 10 minutes. So that's 10 minutes for each player. Every time the clock goes to their side. They've got 10 minutes in total to make their move. So if they're really quick and take really quick moves, they're going to have loads of time left. But if they need to sit and think, they've got some time, but they need to manage that time. Because once that timer hits 0 on their side, it's game over. For anyone that doesn't know chess, the game can end in many ways. If it is a stalemate, I believe we're just going back to a replay. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen too much. As you can see, there's people joining in at the bottom, which is good. So once they start setting up the games, I should be able to see like a park view, and I can oversee everyone's games, and I can pick and choose where I want to go. So I can pick the unlucky people that we get to spy on and see how they're doing. I'm just hoping I pick some excellent games. Here we go. Look, I can see everything already. I'll just give them a...
It's going to start the time pretty much immediately. So
Oh yeah, I'm here already.
time is going. Time is going. So go ahead and start playing. Make sure you guys mute yourselves and let us know how it goes. Good luck.
I'm going to mute myself. So here we go. We started the first game already. Straight in there. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's just leave the music in the background. I think the music's quite nice in the background. I'll just turn it down a bit so we can speak. But that should be alright then. Cool. Just let me know on stream if you want me to explain anything or what's happening. Mirror. A bit of a mirror matchup. I can't remember the names of the openings and stuff, so you'll have to. I apologise. But I believe this is quite a standing opening for a lot of players. Nice little trade off of pieces there. But from this position, White's stronger at the minute. White has got the advantage anyway because White start first, so they've always got an advantage. But it's a nice little start. White's got a bit more development of pieces, so that's what you always want. The aim of chess is to try and get your pieces out there, get them activated as quickly as possible. The more active they are, the more damage they're going to do. And it's usually vying for this center of the board is what a lot of players tend to play towards. But it's a nice little opening. Straight there with a check. Mr. Surprise living up to his name. Straight with the check. But what's going to happen here? He's going to have to choose. Oh, he's going for the piece trade off. Interesting. Mr. Surprise coming out here strong. But hey, nobody. It's still in this. But I would say White has got a slightly better position at the minute. The two rooks at the bottom are connected, which makes them stronger. Obviously, the bishop and the knight and the queen are more active. Black side, that knight's going into a dangerous position, which is good. What do we mean by TAW seal? Oh, quite a nice little fork there by the knight. How's Mr. No? How is it, Mr. Nobody just said? Interesting. It's not the move I would have taken, but. See, for me, white is in such a strong position now because the bishop is now pinned because the queen's there. If he could castle, it would help. Mr. Nobody could castle. It would help lock those rooks together. Make it slightly strong positioning. Is that a mistake by Mr. Surprise, or is this Mr. Surprise going for something? But yes, Mr. Hey Nobody catches it out. Although it could be a nice trade because exactly that. So white is in a stronger position because white has more pawns on the board. And if anyone doesn't know, if a pawn gets to the other side, a pawn can turn into another piece. It's always a queen. It can be any piece except the king. But you obviously won't. Oh, we're going to go for the rook sacrifice. This is interesting already. Thank you for that, Bread 6. Have we ever seen that? Lurk all you want. Gets the numbers up, doesn't it? It's great. Like I said, we are playing on a slight delay, so I will respond to messages. Interesting. Is the queen just going to take it and put him straight into check? Or has Mr. Surprise got a surprise up his sleeve? Black has really pulled this back. Definitely pulled this back. Nice little check. Going after the H rank. See, for me, white has to do something about that rook because that rook is hanging. Because this could actually be checkmate quite soon. No, he's going to try and kick that queen back. Well, black is actually in a better position now because black has 2 rooks. So is black going to take an early win here? We don't know. Oh, I like it. People might be thinking, that pawn can take the other pawn. No, it can't. It is pinned. But like Mr. Surprise is running out of surprises at the minute. He's not out. He's not out. I am not saying he's out. But he needs to really think. They've both got some decent time left though. But endgame does get difficult because this is where you really need to think. And this is where you often don't have the time to think. Especially when less pieces are on the board. When less pieces are on the board, that's when that stalemate starts creeping up. And when you're in a winning position, the stalemate is the worst thing that you can happen. It's happened to me many times. It happens. See, for me, the Black Queen, I get the Black Queen down, second rank, and just literally just keep put the pressure on the White Queen, on the White King, because he's in no man's land at the minute. Like none of his pieces can help him. So yeah, just put him under so much pressure. He has to do something. Because White's positioning at the minute is difficult. That rook is not helping at all. He could turn this into a counter attack though. Yeah, White's king is again dangerous. Dangerous is in a very dangerous position. It's checkmate actually, if they see it. We have our first on-stream winner. I don't know what the other games are doing, so I'm going to say that's our first on-stream winner. Oh, that... Okay. The other games must have ended then. Okay, well that's the... That's the first round. It looks like it's done. The tournament bracket has started, so yes, that must be the first round that's done. So I'm just waiting for the tournament bracket to be updated. When the tournament bracket is updated, I will let you know who the next games are going to be. And we'll go from there. If that sounds good to everyone. Right. Minimize. So I've got so many screens open at the same time because the limitation I had was I managed to pop the game out of Discord, which is great. So I've just got it on the screen view because Streamlabs won't identify it as a game. So I would do that. So I'm trying to do all my work on my left-hand screen, which is slightly smaller. But I'm trying to do everything on that screen. And there's a lot of information to go over all the stream chats and the challenge chats and stuff like that. Just tell me on the stream as well if the music or anything's too loud. From my point of view, it's not, but my headset does some fancy stuff and sometimes maneuvers voices around and stuff, so I might not hear it. So, but when all the games start and stuff, and there's multiple games going, I can jump in between them and stuff, so it can make it a bit more thing. They've only just started one game then. Well, they started two actually, but I decided to pick one and it finished. Like I said, it is double elimination brackets, so that is not over. It's not over for Mr. Surprise. The name just I'm just liking the name for the tournament because I feel like he's going to surprise us all and come all the way back through to the final. We never know. And if there's too many puns, I'm sorry, but deal with it. This is what we like to see. We're just waiting for the next game to go. The next round, should I say. We had a couple of people not show up, so they've just had a little bit of a wingle around with the brackets. But once we get through this first round, we're all good. Because obviously we'll know exactly, like, the bracket will kind of sort itself out of who's playing and stuff. And it happens in tournaments. We have to expect people not to turn up. But it's fine. Thank you. Thank you. The stream is good. What can I say? First time I've streamed chess, though. It is the first time I've streamed chess. I don't know if it's the first time we went on TAW TV, but it's the first time I streamed chess. Like I said, anything in the future, if you've got games and stuff you want to see, just let us know in S3D. If you want to become a streamer on TAW TV, come and speak to us. Do a little class, get the little tab, and you can stream whenever you want if no one else is streaming. But any game, you can just relax and play games on it. It's great. It's great for the organisation as well. We do have a game here. I'm going to wait till everyone joins and I'll see if I can switch between them and stuff. But if they start going now. But yeah. But I'm loving the, I love the little Discord and gives quirky little names for the game, like names, if you know what I mean. Like, remember when forks were friendly. Oh, we've got a game. Let's jump in. Who have we got? XMG versus Shmikau. I need to root for Shmikau because he's on my team. He's part of the division. So I need to root for my fellow divisioner people. Shmi open up with the single pawn. The single pawn throws people off. People all expect the double, not the single. No one expects a single. Shmi coming out with some interesting tactics. Like I said, some people have wanted to jump in and join in. They might not know how to play chess and stuff, so this is where we need to give them lots of support and things. It's always good that people want to take part, and this is what we strive for in TAW. It's about participating. This is what we like to see. But Shmi, I'm gonna lay this out a minute if you don't know Shmikau, and he always seems to do really well in TAW War and stuff like that, which kind of annoys me because I've never won a TAW War, and we've gone for a check straight away. This might be a quick game. But Shmi has won an Apex Legends TAW War, and this disheartens me because I was in second. But I do need to root for Shmikau because he's in S3D. I hope everyone on the stream will do as well. But at the minute, XMG seems to have opened quite strongly. Getting the king to move already is massive. For me, Shmikau needs to get some pieces developed because at the minute all of his pieces are absolutely stuck. Everything's stuck. Just needs to get these pawns moving. Get the pawns out of the way, get the knights out. Or the horses. It should be knights, but horses sounds better. Just to open that space on the board. So, for example, anyone watching XMG now, XMG is getting his pawns pushed up, He's got a lot of space where he can move pieces around. You always want space to maneuver around. I've been in lots of situations when I've been playing chess where people have had really like, you just get locked in really tightly and there's just no space to move, and that's where it becomes really difficult. So the player's got the more space to move around, it's in a stronger position. And this is what XMG is currently doing at the minute, just opening that position up. Look at the space of where he can move things. It's got options to move. Excuse me. Schmiekow's position at the minute, there's no... He's struggling for options. He is creating a bit of space on the queen side, which I'm assuming if the pawn takes now, he can take up the knight and open up the position a bit more. And that means he's got the whole queen side moving, which would be good, because it'll give him a bit more space, more options to work with. Because at the minute, his king's in a rough spot. All those king side pieces. When I mean king side, yeah. I'll explain it as go on. So when I say queen side, king side, so the king side is all the pieces on his side of the board. The queen side would be all the pieces on the queen side of the board. It's mirrored. So that's the queen side pieces. That's the king side pieces. So at the minute, his queen side's pieces have got more space to move now. The king sides are completely locked. The bishop can't move, the knight can't move. The rook can move, but no one wants to move that rook like that. I hope not, anyway. But they've still got time. If anything, I have played like I used to be a strong chess player back in the day. Not anymore. But when I've played weaker, like let's say weaker opponents, one of the things that can happen is overconfidence. Overconfidence is a terrible thing. You become sloppy, you make mistakes, you don't think this way, you don't respect your opponent. XMG is respecting his opponent, because this is what we do in TAW. But this when you don't respect them as much, and you just think, oh, I'll make mistakes, I can win this game easily if I need to. Mm-hmm. And this is when mistakes happen, you can actually get yourselves into bad situations. Like now, it will be checkmate next move. Because everyone might be looking at this board and like, I don't know what you would do here. The only thing you can do is the rook, the a6 rook needs to come and block. But all will happen is when he blocks, the bishop will take, and then it's checkmate because the king can't move anywhere. There's nowhere to help. There's no one to help. Need to protect your king. Well, it's a very historical thing. When the king dies, that's kind of usually when the battles are over and stuff. So it's we need to protect the king. But we've got this holy bishop is going for a stealth attack. I don't know. Yeah. Then the bishop will move up. Checkmate. That's quite a quick game. But I'm just asking them. I think they were just sorting something out, so we'll be able to jump between all the games. There should be more going on now. I think they were just trying to sort out some latecomers and stuff, but we've had 2 games already. The second one was a little bit quicker, a little bit more decisive, but we were expecting this to happen because we didn't seed anyone in this tournament. So when we don't seed people in tournaments, and that we've left this completely to random, you will get lopsided games at the beginning, a bit like unbalanced. Might be easy, for one person and stuff. But we're going to start going into the next rounds now, and this is where this is where the game, they'll become more tightly and closely matched. So look, we've already got another game going here already. So let's just jump right in. And I'll keep an eye on other games playing so we can keep jumping in and out. But we've got an E4 opening. It's not common for white to do on this side. I always find this difficult to do on white side because you're exposing the king really early on to what... Is this nobody? Hey, nobody. Is he going to just drop that bishop down and put it straight into check? That's what I would expect. But we'll see what happens. Some trade-offs already. We're getting straight into the action here. This is what we like to see. Just answering some messages and stuff. Okay, I'll try and show the brackets and stuff when they're updated a little bit more, just so people can see what's going on in the background. Straight there, that power play check. That's what we love to see. But instant blocked. Now, what's going to do with the bishop? Good, because a lot. Oh, interesting. A lot of people. I've seen people move the bishop all the way back to where it came from, and no, you don't want to do that. You're just undeveloping the piece. You want to keep them nice and developed. You want to keep them in the center board. Don't take that with the bishop. This is on a delay, so I'm not giving away any tactics or anything when I'm commenting on stuff, just so you're aware. White being very forceful here. I want to take... What do you think? People might know this in the chat, they might not. Are we going to see an en passant in any of these games? I was warned about this from one of our elite chess players, I'll call him. He mentioned that I should mention it because... We're just goofing off. You know what? This is what you need. It's a good game, this. For me, black needs to develop more. You've got that whole queen side that's not doing anything. White's a lot more open. I like white's position better at the moment. Well, they're just waiting around. They might have just been waiting around. I'm just waiting for them. It's like, I believe they were just playing the game while they were waiting. Had the stream on edge. What are you doing, guys? Right. I've got a little bit of a bracket update. So we're going quite well, actually. We're going into the semi-finals. Is this a semi-final game? This might be a semi-final game, actually. I know, buddy. No, this is not a semi-final game. I don't think they were meant to be in a game together. I was just like, I was really confused then. All these games are going on. I feel like I'm I'm not there. Winding me up. They're winding me up. No, people join the wrong game, that's why. That's why. I'm looking at the bracket going, what's going on here? It's fine, it's fine. Like I said, teething problems. It's the first one. It's the first tournament. Okay, we'll let people off. We're all just chilling anyway. It's a chill Saturday night stream. XMG. Right, so this is a semi-final game. Alright, this is a proper game now, people. Proper game. Proper game. Bit of a mirror going on. Mirrors don't often work very well for black. I don't think so anyway. I feel like sometimes you just need to play your own game. Mirrors. Sometimes your plan does mirror the other person, so. But I don't like it sometimes. Because white is in a stronger position because white starts first. So. Well, both the knights coming out. The only difference at the minute is the bishops. Yeah, kick the bishop back. Okay. See, like this position now. From a computer's perspective, a computer prefers this better for white because you've doubled up the pawns, which I'm hoping he's going to see now because that knight is going to jump straight over. Take that pawn, put pressure on the queen. It's not much pressure, but it's annoying. In chess, you always want to make the other person think. You want to put the other person on the back foot, make them think about the moves. You always need to be thinking ahead. Especially if you're white, you're going to be the person that's going to be mainly attacking. It's always you always need to think of what your opponent's going to do. See if you can counter them. Because if you counter them, then it puts their plan on hold. And that's when people make mistakes. Time. Time is everything in chess. So they've only got 10 minutes each. We haven't seen any major time problems yet, but early days, early days. Black going aggressive. We're just going to do a straight knight trade-off. Because that's what we need. Trade-off of knights. But what position is better? I think it depends on the player here. I like bishop pairs, so I would like black. But knights are also really annoying and strong because knights can just YOLO and jump over pieces. Because this is what happens in battle. The horses just jump over people. But there's no light squared bishop on the board now for white. So that means black can play with a little bit of safety on those light squares. For me, for white, I'd focus on piece development. Castle at the bottom. If people don't know what castling is, because it's a bit annoying. So, it's a special move that you're allowed to do in chess. As long as the pieces haven't moved. How long as the king hasn't moved and the rook that you're going to castle with moves. So it's a way of putting your king into safety. So if you're white at the minute, you could castle kingside, which is down here. So you can move the king to there and the rook comes to the other side of it. That's called castling. Puts the king in a very safe position. They could technically do that. But like I said, this is more getting into more advanced chess techniques here. So, but I do want to see if we can get an en passant before the end of this. It'd be really good if we see what. I'll explain it when it happens. But white taking the pawn, 2 knights. Black has only managed to take a knight and a bishop, so white has more material at the minute. Also, white's pawn structure is better. Might sound a bit weird, but the pawns are all protecting each other. They're in two groups, which is fine. Black's in a bit of a difficult position because they're all, well, you got 1, 2, 3 groups. You've also got 2 that are doubled as well. You don't want pawn doubles. Not helpful. Black, I would say, is in a rougher position, but a nice little player there is going to kick that queen away from that centre square because of the bishop. Bishops want to be on these long diagonals, these nice long diagonals, depending on the colour. If you get a bishop on these squares, that's the most amount of squares they can take. And look there, straight down there. Very, very, I like it. A lot of players, you would see, when that bishop went down there, they'd panic. Oh no, I need to move the rook. You don't always have to. You can also play aggressive. And there you go. XMG thinking with the win in mind. Going straight for the checkmate. Don't need to worry about pieces. You can leave pieces to be sacrificed. But I think we've got our first person to the grand final. I might have to play them. I feel like at the end of the stream, whoever wins, I feel like I should give them a game. Is that what we want to see? I feel like I'm talking about all these chess moves. I think I need to show off that I can do it as well. So we'll see what we can do at the end of the stream. I might see if we can play a game. I should have entered. But I chose to come and entertain all you lot. But XMG, plan in mind, go straight for the kill. That's what you need to think about in chess. You always need to think the same in any game. Like if there's a goal to win the game, you need to think about how you're getting to the goal. If you need to sacrifice along the way to get there, then do it. It's fine to lose some pieces to win the wider war. You can lose a few battles as long as you win the ball. So that's what happened just here. Having a goal in mind and sticking to it. Let's go back to the park. We've got 2 games waiting to go here. I'll just jump straight in when one of them are ready. I mean, they joined the wrong games. I've just messaged Dustin. Dustin at the minute is currently organising all this in the background. It looks like I'm having a nice chill time on stream speaking to you lot. But Dustin's in the background organising all these games, getting people in the right places and stuff. So I'll give a shout out to people at the end that have done things. But yeah, Dustin's in the background. He's organising everyone at the minute. So it's always great when people help out and stuff like that. These are the people that make these types of things happen. I know I'm streaming and stuff like that, and yes, I've done things, but it's all these other stuff in the background. Because these are what we need for tournaments to work. Someone usually has to sit out so we can organise these tournaments and stuff. So you always need to remember that whenever you're in a tournament to always thank the people in the background that are running, that are doing the stuff. Hello, Immunity, as well. Immunity's joining the stream. I'm just waiting for the next game to start. As I said before, there is a delay on the stream. For the interest of fairness, because I'm talking about people's moves and stuff, I don't want to give anything away. Because I think it's unfair. So I'm trying to avoid speaking about strategy and stuff, because some people could technically wait for real life too. But just waiting for this game. I don't even know what game are we actually going into. That's the thing. What game are we waiting for? I need to ask my excellent staff. Who's currently typing at the minute? He's typing. He's typing. I like it when we get some type. The man in the background. Someone's just having a bit of trouble joining into the game. We'll get there, we'll get there. But, for the end of the stream, so whoever wins this overall tournament, if they're willing to stick around, I'm going to play them again. And I'm not trying to say I'm like any final boss or anything, but it'd be interesting. I don't know. I used to play chess a lot. It'd be nice to play, have a nice little game and stuff. So we'll just wait for these to sort out. We'll get going into another game. But we're doing quite well for time. We've been going like 50 odd minutes now, and we've actually got through quite a lot of games, which is good. It's nice and it's been nice and chill though. Some quick games, some longer games. I'm kind of glad I left the music on in the background. Just nice little music in the background, just keeps it going and stuff, so you don't have a dead silence. We don't really like that, do we? But it's thank you guys as well. You guys, obviously, that tuning in and watching. The people that are lurking, the people that are... You guys are what makes the stream happen as well. Because although we have these tournaments and it's good to play in them, but it's good to have people watching as well. It's good to see it streamed. So, need to thank you guys as well. Oh, have we not another game going? I think we may. I'm waiting till the game starts moving, because if I join the lobby, it'll start the game and I don't want to ruin everything one side, so I'm just waiting for it to start. Oh, I believe we got a game start. Yes, we do! We've got another game! Who are these? Who are these? Who are these? Who are these? I need to... Shmee. I believe this is a lower bracket game. This might be one of the lower bracket games. Shmeekow has jumped in for someone, because I think someone didn't turn up, so he's jumped in to help out. Which is good of him. Sounds good. Sounds good to help out. I don't know Shmee's experience in the game. Oh no. Because the pawn opening on the H file. See, when I very first started playing chess, I am talking young. For me, I always wanted to get the rooks out and stuff. And the only way I knew to get a rook out was to open up these end files like that, push the pawn forward, and then just move the rooks out like that. That's how I thought it is. But as you get older and you get a bit more experience of the game, the rooks kind of some of the last pieces to get activated. You want to leave them till the end. They become really strong at the end. But Shmee he's opening better than last game. The last game he played was a bit more messy. So he's opening up better this game. So it's good. It's good to see. We're learning it. We're learning as we're going along. Ghost Man. I'm going to call him Ghost Man instead of Ghost JJ Man. The JJ throws me off. So Ghost Man. I apologise, but more getting those bishops out and stuff, getting the knights getting more activated for black side, or dark side, however you want to say it. But White's opened up a lot. Shmee's opened up a lot more better now. He's got more space, which is good. Let's just see if we can get some of these other pieces out. That's what we want to see. But he's taking his time and thinking about it. He's got enough time. That's fine. Kind of funny as well that the name of the game is Shmee Cow needs a fishy dragon, and he's playing someone with a picture of a dragon. Discord knows things. But just trying to figure out which game this is, because I don't know who Shmee Cow's jumped in for, but. Yes. No, the notations and stuff like that is always useful. I'm trying to keep it simple for people. Should really explain it as I'm going along. It would be a good idea. If anyone wants to ask any questions about chess or anything in the chat, just put a message in the chat and I'll try and explain things when it's happening. I know a bit. I'm not a pro or anything, but I played to a decent enough level in school and things like that, so I know enough about the game, and I've like reviewed like pro games and stuff, so I know a little bit about the game. But at the minute, Shmeekow's got a nice position to open up. It's not conventional, but it's a nice position. So, Ghostman's just developing his pieces. He's developing the pieces, so we'll go for a castle as well. Castle. If you remember, I spoke about that earlier. So Ghostman has got his piece. The only thing with Ghostman is he needs to capture space on the board. He's very like he's stuck in those like top 3 like ranks basically. The rank is like the horizontal across. The file is the vertical aspect of it. So he's kind of stuck in those like top 3 ranks. So Shmeekow does have more space at the minute. If it was a bot and I was trying to analyze the game, I think White has got a better position because he has more space. We just need Shmee to actually open up and see what we can develop into now. And as I said before, I'm not picking favourites in this tournament, but I need to cheer for my fellow division members. So, go Shmeekow. They're going for the bishop trade-off. Absolutely fine thing to do. But Shmee's timer is dropping quite a bit. So this is where you need to be careful, because if you get into situations where you need to think about moves, if your timer is starting to drop really low, it's putting pressure on you. When you've got pressure, you make mistakes, which is good for the opponent. The opponent will love that, because you always want to force people. This gonna count to many games, not just chess, but things like Apex and everything. You want to force the other team or the enemies or whatever to make decisions. If you're forcing someone to make a decision, they're more likely going to it gives them an opportunity to make the wrong decision or make something that's not favourable for them. So then it gives you an advantage. So you always want to be thinking ahead of that. Like, how can I make the other person make more decisions? You want to put them in really difficult situations where they have to think about it. That's what you're trying to do. Okay. Justin's gives us some clarification. So Shmeekow is filling in. That's why. So someone couldn't make it. Shmeekow is jumping in. I'm liking the pressure. Shmikow's putting a lot of pressure on this king side. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. If he can activate something like the queen and stuff, get them on this right hand side, he could do some serious damage here. So I am liking this at the minute. I would not take here, personally. For me, see, the problem for me now is Shmikau, the king, is sat here. It's a very dangerous area because this king's very up. You want this king over here. So if you can move the queen out of the way, move the bishop out of the way, you can castle queenside. So you put the king here, a bit more safer. But Shmi is not relenting on this attack. This is what we like to see. I'm liking this aggressive play. This is completely different Shmikau than we said last game. A Ghostman, like I said before, he needs to open up a bit more. He needs more space on the board. Get this knight here. Get this knight moved forward. Put some pressure on the board. Make Shmikau think. Because the problem at the minute is Shmikau's not got a lot of time left. So he's now starting to open up the other side of the board now. Get some pressure going. But this game's a lot closer there's a lot closer, I think, than some of the games we've seen so far. That doesn't mean the other games are bad. Good bishop for a rook for me is a very good trade-off. I can see what's happening here. But like I said before, Shmi is running low on time. 3 minutes is not a lot when you need to do a lot of thinking. Nice cheeky little move there by Ghost. An inexperienced player might not see what's going on here because the queen could take the rook for free. So let's see. No, he hasn't seen it. So this queen will come down here, take that. Shmi's in a bit of a problem here. Because the queen could come here next. And then pin these. And if he ends up moving the king like here or here. Instead of there. If he moves it here or here, the queen will take it for free. And it's a really bad position for Miko. Or this knight could come here. Put check. Put pressure on the king. Okay. Does my mouse not show? It should because it's on that screen. Okay. Well's been the first person to actually point out that. So all this time I'm explaining here, here, here. No one's seen it. Okay. I've taken note, Well. I've taken note. It's always you that picks stuff up about me. It's always you. But, like I said before, the queen coming down to H2. Coming down to the second rank. Shmi's not got a lot. He's in a bit of a tight spot here. If he moves the king down to the first rank, which is right at the bottom of the screen, it's really problematic because Ghostman will bring the queen down to the bottom rank. He would have to move the king back up, and then he'll take the rook on the other side. Which is not good, because he's just giving away material at this point. But Shmi is getting really low on time here. Minute 45 is not good. Hasn't taken the bait though, which is good. He played it the right way. Knight takes. Which is problematic actually, because he's just sacked the queen. Out of the knight takes. Here. Swedes in a really difficult spot. The king is not where the king wants to be. He needs to move the king up to g4, and then the queen will come up and checkmate. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not that at all. Because pawn would take. Oh, this is an interesting spot, actually. Yeah, it's not very well. Shree's only got 55 seconds to go, though. This is where he needs to make really quick decisions. It's not what we want to do when you're in a position like this, because one wrong move could be checkmate. We still have hope, though. We never give up. Well, this is our first game that's going to the end of time. Still got a final to go yet. Goes just activating his pieces, bring them into the fold. Making Shmee think now. Shmee's just thinking, what do I need to do next? Yeah, 40 seconds to go. It's not looking good, is it? For me, in Shmee's position, it's just sacrifice pieces now. Just sacrifice as much as you can and just force a stalemate. That's literally all I would do in this situation. If you can take other pieces with you, great. Just bring the queen. I just bring the queen up the H rank. Bring it to like H6 and just checkmate the next turns. Can't force a stalemate. So, for anyone who doesn't know, a stalemate is when you put the king in a situation where he's not in check, but he can't move anywhere else, and there's no other pieces that can move. Or there's been 50 moves without checking the king. So this is a situation, like that's what I was saying, if Shmee just sacrifices his pieces, so he's got nothing left like the king and maybe some pawns that can't move, he could force a stalemate, which is a draw, which would be good in a losing situation. But 7 seconds left, he just needs to move now, he just needs bang, just move pieces, just move anything. I think this is over for Shmee. I don't like to say it's over, but I think it's over. Shmee stepped in last minute for someone, so he wasn't prepared to play, but he's still here now, fighting to the final second. Is what we like to see. No seconds left yet. It's game over on this turn because I think it'll time him out now. Ghost JJ Man manages to do it, takes the win. Sadly for Smiko, he couldn't do anything there, ran out of time. But we thank him for his dedication, for hanging in there and jumping in last minute to take the place of someone. I'm unsure if Shmi has played chess before, so. Although Shmi does win a lot of TAW tournaments and stuff, so it's probably good to see him lose for them for once. Sounds mean, but he does have a habit of winning. So, yeah. Let's go back to the park view. Oh, we've got another game here. Let's jump into this game. Mr. Norway, Mr. Surprise. I think these might just be playing like while they were waiting, because I think this... I believe Mr. Surprise was waiting for the winner of that game. Well, this is it. I'm just trying to gauge the board at the minute. That's a very interesting position. How have we got to this position? That's what I'm trying to think of. Just queen take, queen take, queen take bishop. Yeah, no way, no way. Let's wait for this to start, then I'll join in. I don't want to join because then I'll end up taking the position. And I'm not playing at the minute. I said I'll play at the end. I'm going to play the winner. This doesn't mean I take the crown if I beat them. Let's wait for them to get started. But we don't have too many games left, actually. So 1, 2, 3. So technically 3 games left. The final is the best of 3, though, so the final will go on a bit longer. But we're doing all right for time. Yeah, it was a great effort for me for jumping in last minute. Just wait for these two to start. We'll jump into this one. Then the winner of this game will go on to play Hey Nobody. Then the winner of that game will then play X and G for the final. And then the final's done. And then if they want to hang around, I'll play whoever wins. Final boss. Final boss mono. No, it's not like that though. TAW spoke about this earlier, but TAW will be later this year. There are no confirmed dates or anything, but I'm going to say is it's going to be a spectacle because we obviously want to make it big. So keep your ears to the ground. It'll get announced at some point, but nothing's been announced yet. This is like a Sicilian Dragon opening, but it's a very weird version of the Sicilian Dragon. The Sicilian Dragon is usually the other way around. But getting that E-file open up straight away, both kings exposed. Who's going to go? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do the queen? Who's going to pull the queen into the E-rank for the check? And then do the queen sacrifice. It's sometimes good to do random moves like sacrifices like that, quite big, because it throws people off the game. The queen is the most technically the second most powerful piece on the board. It should be the first, but the king. People argue the king's the most powerful. But technically the queen's the most powerful piece on the board. So when people sacrifice queens off early, it can throw a lot of people off because people plan around the queen. But you can win many other ways. You don't need the queen. But Mr. Surprise opening the board up quite early on now. This one, like, Ghost's doing the same thing again. He's playing really tight and defensive, which can be good, but it means he's not got a lot of space to move around. Mr. Surprise has the space on the board now to move freely, move the pieces around, try and get a good angle to attack and stuff. This is obviously, this can be a problem, but Ghostman could be quite comfortable playing in that tight position. So let's see how it goes. I believe I need to turn on my lights because it's getting quite dark. I'll just turn my backlit monitor on. But what's everyone else doing on their Saturday evening? Obviously watching some top level streaming right here. But what else are we doing other than that? Ghost just having a little bit of a think, which is fine. Just because someone sat there thinking and spending a bit of time on a movie doesn't mean they're really thinking about the movie. Could just be thinking a couple of moves ahead. So okay, what's my plan going forward? What am I going to do next? For me in this position, it's just trying to capture space. I think that's a mistake. I'm not going to say anything until it happens, but I think most people on the stream might have seen it. Or not. Interesting. Interesting. It's making me really nervous. And if anyone else is watching in the stream in a minute, it's making you guys nervous as well because it's making me really nervous. I can't even look at the screen in a minute. If anyone's struggling to know what I'm talking about, it's because Black's bishop is eyeing up the queen, and we're taking all these lovely moves and stuff, but the queen is definitely in danger now. Are they going to go for a queen sacrifice? I would do a queen sack in this situation. Just mess the board up a bit. I'm going to mention it because obviously if they waste time and stuff, they might actually hate me saying it on stream. So, it's an interesting game, this one. It's interesting. At the start of the stream, obviously people weren't here. I said at the start of the stream, yes, we're not going to see the next Magnus Carlsens and these type of things. But when you get some like lower MMR games, like lower elo games, because usually when you see people streaming on like chess.com, you're seeing like 1890s, 2000 grandmasters and stuff. So this is a different level, and it's always really fun to see because the games are quite wild in what's happening. You'll get really quick sacrifices and stuff, and things it's chaos, which is always really fun to watch. And this is exactly what we're getting right now. Just wild gameplay. It's a head scratcher to think what's going to happen next and stuff. But Mr. Surprise just taking the knight. It's kind of a free knight, to be fair. The queen won't take back, I would assume, because then it's just sacrificing the queen. But White's still got pawns on the board. Yes or no, Whale? Go on. Black's got doubled up pawns, which isn't good. White's gonna have doubled up pawns actually, unless Black takes. Yeah. Then Black probably take back. Cool. A very late castle right there. But it brings the rook and the queen together. The rook and the queen together on that d file. Which means it's really strong because the moment that bishop moves, the queen will have to move then. Right, well, he's just moving the rook to the side. Maybe he doesn't want to have this little power cannon going through. I know, Will. I know. But it's chaos. I love these types of games. It's chaos. That pawn making that lonely trip up that left-hand side of the board. That A rank. We haven't seen anyone progress the pawn to the other side yet. I know earlier I wanted to see an en passant, but I also want to see someone promote a piece. That would be quite good. The pawn will just take now, and that pawn's journey is now over, I would assume. Is he going to let it go? No, he's not. See, this game's good. It's a lower bracket semi-final game, this. So it's good to see. Just taking the pawn, just collecting pieces. The black position is very scary. That pawn is... It's technically... It's what we call in chess called a pass pawn. Because it means it's got nothing in front of him to stop him. Like, no pawns, should I say. So, if black can protect this pawn, they could get the pawn to the other side of the board, which in 2 turns, it could be promoted. And when it promotes, you're allowed to become another piece. It's usually the queen. So, but you can have 2 queens on the board, which is scary. Very scary. So, Ghostman needs to think about how to stop this pawn. But it's in a difficult position now. Black is up a lot of material. Black could sacrifice quite a lot of material here and still come out ahead because if the queens both sack each other now, for example, both the queens are off the board, but black's still in a stronger position. It is awesome. Any TAW tournament is awesome. It's awesome. I'm sorry, I said I was going to be doing puns this stream. So let's just drop it. In this position, I think black's going to win. But, like I said before, we could go into a stalemate. Which is interesting. White's decided to go for the queen sacrifice. An interesting player because of the position he's in. You usually sacrifice from strength, not weakness. A lot of sacrifices going on here. Going for the check. There's certain dominance with the check. White now needs to get that king more involved. The king is going to have to try and protect, but with 2 rooks on the board and a knight, this is very difficult for white. Very difficult. For me, in this situation, to be fair, in this situation, most grandmasters would have given up by now. They would have given up a long time ago. So playing it like, that's a killer move there. We've just, if you don't know what it is, it's called a fork. So he's checked the king. The king has to move now because we can't take the piece. So the king has to move. So the king's going to move and he's going to take that rook for free. So we usually call it a fork when it's on like a rook and like the king, or it could be on a queen and a king. You can have a triple fork where it's the rook, the queen, and the king. Royal house. Full house. So Ghost is going to have to just move the king into safety. He's going to lose the rook. Realistically, Ghost is going to have to play for a stalemate now. And this is where Mr. Surprise has to play careful. Because if it goes to a stalemate... We're doing the game over here. So now, if Mr. Surprise puts the white king in a position where he cannot move, because they're going to check, it's game over. So Mr. Surprise needs to think about his moves. He always needs to leave at least 1 space for the king to move, unless it's checkmate, because then the game's over. I think I know what's going to happen now. So what I'll do... What I was going to say I was going to do is just going to move the rooks down and do quite a... I'd say the easiest way to checkmate someone is usually with 2 rooks, where you just keep moving them down the ranks. So what's Ghost going to do here? Is he going to go down or up? If he goes down, it's... he's doing himself over. He's in a tough spot everywhere. He can't go up because the pawn's there. Right, so all I would do now is, he's going to move the king down. The other rook will come down the other side. The only thing is, if he moves the king to f2, it will stop that happening. And then it'll delay it a turn. But this is kind of game over, essentially. Because all will happen now is the rook will come down to the second rank, put him in check. He has to move down. The king will have to move down the board. So when he moves down again, the other rook that's on the third rank will come down to the first rank. It's game over. It's quite a common way that when people are learning chess and stuff, this is kind of an end game and stuff that it's quite easy to do. Trying to get a checkmate and stuff with a bishop or a knight can be quite difficult. Next move, that rook will go down to e1. Game over. There's nothing Jerk Ghostman can do now. He fought valiantly to the end. It was an interesting game. He's only got 15 seconds on the clock as well, so it's going to be difficult, Mr. Surprise takes the win in the lower bracket semi-final. I believe we've got the lower bracket final now to see who is going to go back up into the winner bracket to face off XMG, who's been quite dominant so far. See if he can keep this going. So the next game is going to be Hey Nobody, Mr. Surprise. I believe we had this game earlier. I think it was the first game we watched. I'm just taking a drink. A lot of talking. But we're doing well. We've had some good games. I'm just waiting for the final, the lower bracket final to start now. So this will be one more game. Then we go into the winner bracket final, which is a best of 3. We haven't given a game advantage in the winner bracket final. What we've done instead is allow them to pick. XMG will get to pick which side he wants to play. Like I said, it's not like we've tried to make this nice and fun and easy. We would have done a best of 5 or something and give him like a game advantage. But let's go into it. Check straight away. This is what I like to see. Straight into the game. Check. Obviously, nothing's really going to come about that. The bishop will just drop back somewhere. Oh, see, I spoke about this earlier. The worst thing you can do is just bring the bishop all the way back, unless there's no other option. Because basically, what White has just done then, White has completely screwed up his development. So Black has an advantage now. Look at the position for Black. Black has got like so much space on the board. These pawns are pushed really far up as well. Mr. Surprise is just going for the kill. No surprise. Just pretend there was a symbol there. The cringe you can cringe in your own time. These guys are not afraid to not afraid to take pieces. That's what we like. Nice, straight in there. That's what we like to see. It's good. It's good. But white just developing some more pieces, which is good. Always like to see. Excuse me. Too much gas. So, both the knights coming out. White just needs to continue to develop pieces now. For me, I'd probably move the pawn up to kick the knight away. I just don't like what that pawn is at the minute. Kick the knight away from the square. We don't want the knight here. Kick him away. Yeah, I don't like putting the knight on the outside. Sometimes you have to, but it's not very effective on the outside. You want the knights in the center of the board. Then that means they can like touch the most squares. They have the most dominant control. This way, you want knights. You don't want knights on the edge of the board. Not helpful on the edge. Queens are open. Are we going to get an early game queen sack? Time's ticking down. We're thinking about it. We've gone for the early game queen sack. Good. This is going to be an aggressive game. Bring the rook over. It's obviously really good. It creates that. You want the rooks on these centre files, especially when they're open. An open file means they can reach the other end of the board, which this rook can go all the way to the other end. So he's controlling that. So that it basically means the white king can't move into that D rank, or D file, sorry, which limits the space. Don't know why Norton's telling me to update. Very interesting position this though. So not, as I was saying earlier, I was saying earlier about these are going to be different games than what you would go and see if you go and watch like a Grandmaster game and stuff. But these games are more exciting because you don't really get positions like this in top level play. You don't get a position like this. This position is wild, which is awesome to watch. Because I just don't know what's going to happen. I'm sat here going, what would I do in this position? I don't know, because it just doesn't follow books, which is great. We're going to go for the knight sack. Take the knight, take back the knight, bishop takes bishop. Just get all the main pieces off the board and just leave it to the rook endgames. Problem is, black's got more material on the board. This has got more pawns. Is hey nobody gonna realise what's just going on there? Yes, he did. Good job. Good job. Me personally, I don't know if I would just castle. I'd probably just castle a thing to get that rook at the end. Just get the rook more involved. Tie the rooks together. Link them together. Rooks are stronger when they're linked. When I mean linked, it means they can both like go and touch each other. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean. They can interact with each other. That's probably the more adult way of saying things. But they're not using a lot of time, so I feel like we're going to go into a deep thinking endgame. But amazing position we're in. But here we go. Getting rid of that bishop. Kick the bishop away. We don't want the bishop here. Let's get him out of here. See, Black's King's safer at the minute because he's moved it to the edge of the board. White King is the light squared king is quite dangerous. The rook will come down and take the pawn. I'm assuming by the way these two are playing. No, straight for the check. Okay, look. See what I mean? Surprising. In my head, I'm just capturing like material, but yeah, it's protecting the pawn, right? Yeah, I would have probably just taken the pawn, put some pressure on, bring the other rook across, link them together. That's me though. I am not playing at the minute. Watching two titans play. Bringing the bishop into the centre squares is always really good. Gives them nice long sight lines. Perfect place for them. Best place on the boards, actually. Is Mr. Surprise? I feel like Mr. Surprise is thinking of something. He's going to surprise us in a minute. So bring rooks. Black's rooks are one's on a half open file, the one's on an open file, which is obviously really good. The king's kind of locked in a bit. Next move, the black rook will come down to the second rank to check the king. I missed that, to be fair. Just shows you how much attention I'm paying. The moves have been wild. It's thrown me off my game. I'm used to following book moves and stuff, but hey, nobody coming out of there and just smashing like, nope, don't care what you're doing. I'm just going to go on my own plan, which is great. Taking some material as well, which is really good. He needs to think carefully about what he wants to do with this move. Nice check. Is he going to sacrifice the rooks? No, he's gone for material. He'll probably take the pawn on the H rank next. I would assume anyway. Yep. This is a chance for black to take some of the momentum back now. Get these rooks working, put pressure on the king. Like, for example, moving the rook into the e-file, meaning that bishop can't move anywhere because of the king, because he can't let the king go in check. So, yeah. Just as I said. It's called a pin. So basically, the piece can't move because if it moves, it would put the king in check. You can't leave a king in check. So, the bishop will have to stay there till either the king moves or it gets taken. But the pawn will give it some protection, so if anything takes it, the pawn can counter take. But I wouldn't sacrifice a rook for a bishop. I wouldn't anyway, unless there was a bigger player. He's going to double up the rooks, I think, and just start checking the king. White needs to bring his rook down the back. They're doing it as I'm doing it. Just doing it. I do have a delay on. So if anyone's if I'm saying moves and people are doing it, and people are a bit, what's going on? No. I am in the same Discord call as them, but I am muted. If anyone wonders. I just did double check that as well, because I'm sat here going, these are taking moves I'm saying, so. Interesting check. That could have been, that's very close to checkmate actually. Move the bishop. Oh, he can't move the bishop. Oh, that would have been a fantastic move. But the king's pinned. He couldn't do it. He could have pinned the rook and... I bet he was thinking about that as well. This position's turned around, actually. I'm like, it's quite nice, this. They're just going to trade off pieces now, I think. The advantage here, though, is, if you remember what I was saying before, white has 2 passed pawns. So there's nothing blocking, there's no other pawns blocking it, so they've got a free run to the end of the board. I wouldn't worry about that. King can't do anything anyway. Can't take either of those pieces. This is going to go down to the wire, which is great for the lower bracket final. It's showing us good things. What's going to happen in the final? It's what's interesting to see. Nice little check there. There's not too much danger for the king. The king will just move out of the way. Black does have a difficult position here because it's a bit like, oh, no, he's okay. It's a hard. The computer would probably say that's a blunder. Yeah, he's going to go down to the wire. He has to move the king back up. Yeah. Is there anything now? Yeah, this is a yeah. Yeah, he's lost that rook. Ah. Mr. Surprise sadly goes down at the final. He got all the way at the final. He got all the way to the lower bracket final, though. Great achievement. Great achievement. Going down kind of to the wire. Which is just great. It's great to see. Now we're getting to the point where we've all been waiting for. It's the final. It's the grand finale of the stream. This is what we've been going for now. It's come. Everyone's just gone for it. Tears were shed. Kings have died. Many people have fallen in battle to get to this point. Right, so in the grand final. So the grand final is XMG versus Hey Nobody, which I believe, if I go back, no, it wasn't. Mr. Surprise and Hey Nobody played in the winner bracket, and Hey Nobody won both those games. So Hey Nobody's come on top. Here we go. This is the grand final. This is a best of 3. So if you lose the game, it's not over. XMG's chosen white side as well. No, it wasn't hanging in this game. Do you know what we've not seen yet? I'm surprised. We've not seen any scholar mates. Oh, that pin. XMG coming out straight away. I've had this against me as well. This is horrible. Pawn will take. Take that pawn. But yeah, that's not how black wants to be starting the game. And as I said before, this is something that we're getting quite a lot of. You need to get your pieces activated early. So if you look at these two positions now, look how open white is. White has got this big open. He's got control of the center. He's got his 2 bishops activated. His 2 bishops are out working. He's got a knight out working. The queen can just come out when she wants. She's got the space. He'll probably castle soon, so the king's going to be safe. And in the meantime, black is on the board, lost a piece and got some pawns that moved. There's no space for any other piece to come out. But it doesn't mean it's game over for black. It's just more difficult. Here we go. Opening up some space, let the pieces get out. The games weren't terrible. They were all good games to watch. Everything we've watched so far. Getting the knights off the board early. Might have said if this game, if Hey Nobody loses this game, he's still got a chance to come back. I keep calling him Mr. Nobody because of the TV series. I'm Mr. Nobody's in Fast and Furious as well, isn't he? I believe both these people are in Vanguard as well. This is a Vanguard Grand Final. Interesting. Because I believe it's recruitment and Helldivers. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I just like background noise, all the music in my head. Just like, yeah. Just nice and relaxed. Feel nice and relaxed. Should just put this on to sleep. But advancing that, the doubled up pawn. So what we're gonna? Because for me, it's potentially you could take it and open up the game, or you could just push the pawn forward again into that fourth rank, just to close the position up. It keeps the position closed, so it means there's less opportunity for pieces to come in. See the castle's come out the bottom. It's linked those two rooks together. The queen's in a good position as well, so she's got sight lines on pieces. And he's opening up. He's choosing to open up the position. So now that C file is half open. Which it's half open because there's a piece in the way blocking it. It's fully open if you can reach the other side without anything in the way. It just means that C7 pawn for black is quite important to keep up now. But he's going to have to try and protect it where it is, because if it moves forward one, the knight's putting it in danger. He needs to be careful with his king as well. If he moves his king in the wrong position, he's moved the queen now. But where the queen was, if you move the king to d8, that knight would have jumped over, took that pawn on f7, and done the royal fork. I'm right. Okay, both are in Vanguard. This is our Vanguard Grand Final. Just remember games I've seen today, is the rook just going to come up and take the pawn just for material? I was going to play this with... Okay. Take the bishop maybe. Maybe even take... Well, take the bishop. Unless the bishop... If the bishop moves, you can take the pawn. Oh, excuse me. I need to be active a bit. So the rook is protected on the knight. That's why it's safe to do. You just need to be careful the rook doesn't get trapped though. But black's in a tough spot because there's so much pressure on that king side. He's also got a light square bishop, which isn't helping because it's kind of blocked in at the minute. You need to take 2 turns to become activators. But you can't really activate it where it is at the minute. All that'll happen now. That rook... no. I was going to say the rook's trapped. He'll go along and take the bishop now. Yeah, thank you for watching, Nala. Trying to provoke the queen. The queen to take the piece. Sneaky. Sneaky by Mr. By Hey Nobody. Next MG, just having to think about this. But like I said, it's not it's not always about thinking about, oh, how do I move this piece? It's thinking, I need to think about what I'm doing for this next series of moves. So you always need to think about what your plan is. Taking the pawns. Although I think that's a bad move actually. I think he's forgot about the rook on the 7th rank. The rook will come down, take that rook. Black's in a tough, really tough spot now. I think Black's getting into this position where it's like I've said before, it's just sack. Just sack everything, sacrifice everything. Force an end game. Force a chance for a stalemate. Oh, that's rough. That's, that's really rough. He's lost the bishop. The problem is he's probably going to lose the rook as well with the position that we're in. What he could do is try and use the queen to protect, because all that'll happen now is the rook will take. It's checkmate as well, actually. Yes, it is. It is checkmate. I didn't see that. That's game 1. So that's game 1 then. If XMG wins this next game, he wins. And is crowned the TAW Chess in the Park champion. 2024. And here we go. Game number 2. Could be the final game. If Hey Nobody doesn't string something together. Going for the classic E4 openings. It's quite a standard opening. It's a strong opener as well because you've got a lot of different positions you can go for. Which is what we like to see. XMG is playing the same style of opening each time, which is always interesting. He's gonna sacrifice. He's gonna. I think he might try and take the knights off the board again. I don't know if he doesn't like playing against knights. I personally don't like playing against knights. Computers like knights. Knights are quite complicated to play with. They're also quite complicated to think against. Knights are very good at forking pieces. Lots of early game taking again. Getting straight down to business. Both positions are still quite close, to be fair. I don't think that move was very popular. I have seen a book line going from this, but I don't think he's got the pieces in development to put it off. It was a nasty checkmate that last game. Block. It's a very weird position, this actually. Getting the king into safety, which is always good. Linking the two rooks together, which would be insane. What's he going to do with the bishop? He's going to give up this attack. Yeah, he's going to give up the attack with the bishop. I like it. Don't have to worry about pieces being put in danger. Yeah, technically when the stream ends, you can always watch it on Twitch, but we upload all the tournaments and stuff to the TAW YouTube channel. But yeah, I'll write in the chat as well. Just nice trading the pieces here, getting the pieces off the board. It's an interesting position to be in this because the the knight's tied down to protecting the king. Oh, it's not pinned now. This is an opportunity for the knight to move. Yeah. Straight back again. Hey, nobody thought he had it there. He was like, "Oh, I've got a free horse here." No. So, hey, nobody is probably going to move the pawn to b4, try and get rid of the queen. It's not going to be too much pressure on her, to be fair. The knight's a little bit stuck at the minute. Doesn't really have anywhere to move. Black's got more space. Are we going to see a rook sacrifice? Oh, he fell into that trap. He has to. He can't sacrifice the queen there. I think he's lost the knight. Oh, he's got aggressive. I like it. Pawn take knight. Has to. Can't give up that position. You lose the pawn, but you're gaining the... Queen will take pawn. No, it hasn't. He's gonna lay a trap for the white queen here. XMG could just taste it. He could taste the win. But hey, nobody's not giving up, which is what we love to see. Never give up. Now, white has a problem here. He needs to move the rook away. Because... does he? Yes, he needs to move the rook away. If he doesn't move the rook now, all that will happen is the knight will just move to e4. Which is a problem. Because e4 puts the rook in danger. But if the other knight goes, okay, I'll take it, take the knight, the queen will take the queen. You don't want that. So that knight's kind of pinned. And the queen has to move because the rook is putting the queen under pressure. So he's moved them out of the way. Doesn't fully put it out of danger though. Because technically there's a fork there. Which wouldn't be too bad, because if the knight takes, the queen can take the queen. So you're trading two knights, but they're declining that. They're declining it. Is that... No, that can't happen, because the knight will do something. It's a nice relaxing game, this one. It's a bit, I feel it's a bit more thought out. XMG's going, slowing the pace down, he's trying to control it a bit more. Black is in the stronger position here. Black technically has passed pawns. Which, if you can remember from earlier, is when the pawn's got a clean line of sight, there's no pawns blocking him. They've both got the same pawn islands, as we call them. No, they haven't actually. No, white's got 4 pawn islands. Pawn island is when a pawn is not supported by another pawn. Whereas black has got 3. There's a left-hand side can link together. There's 1 in the middle and there's 2 on the right. So there's 3 pawn, islands. Oh, there's a XMG's got a really strong check coming up here. Yeah. Is he gonna play this right? He could win here. I think he's doing it right. I think he's actually got him. Oh no, has he? He's done it! Such a clean checkmate right there. XMG takes it. We have a new... Well, we don't have a new. We have a TAW Chess in the Park winner. XMG has not dropped a single game all night. And there we go. That is the end. Ah, 2 hours of chess. Many people started, but XMG was the only one that could take it all the way to the end. Style, absolute stylish points. Are they in there?
So,
secret boss level.
Hello. Sorry, I am still
and
streaming. So congratulations. Yes,
so,
congratulations.
Tracer, I told XMG,
Yes.
told XMG that you called him out earlier.
I
that
called
you were
the
gonna play
winner
the
out.
winner.
I called the winner out. I'm happy to do it now. I do want
Secret
to.
boss level. I knew it.
I do want to
Secret
say.
boss level activated.
I do want to say though. Congratulations to XMG for getting all the way through and taking the win overall. Congrats to Hey Nobody who came all the way back through the lower bracket into the lower bracket. Had to come all the way back up to take the fight again, but sadly wasn't able to.
Say this wasn't RTS. If this was RTS, I would have sent in the Zerglings.
But no, they were really good games to watch and stuff. They're really good. So
Enjoyable.
well done for everyone. Well done for everyone who was taking part, watched. As we just said on stream, we said we were going to do one final match, and I said I'll play the winner. So that's what we're going to do now.
It was a nice one. Nobody out.
In case
Thank you for the games very much.
in case anyone else was in case anyone was going to stop watching here and stuff like that, I take a thank you for Dustin, who's been organising everything in the background. Me for talking for 2 hours, trying to keep everyone entertained and stuff. But we hope everyone enjoyed the tournament and stuff. There will be a lot more tournaments like this going on very frequently. So, like I said before, get involved, getting help, even watching the stream helps. Everyone, thank you for everyone for watching as well. I think we've watched enough chess now. I think I need to play a game of chess. So, do you want to set up a room and I'll join?
Yes.
I'll let you.
Before we do that, I want some water.
Yeah, my voice is starting to go like I've gotten to the end of the stream, but.
Yes. Well, take 5 and I'll see you back.
Okay, we'll have a 5-minute break then. So we have one final game then.
Who's playing who?
I'm playing XMG on stream.
Nice.
The grand final. When we start playing the game, I'll probably just mute everyone again, just so we can just carry on playing and stuff, and just watch on stream, and it should all be good. So we have one more game on stream coming up. One more. Is it going to be the best game of the night? We don't know. It has to be because I'm playing. But we're just having a few minute break. Right, I'm just going to mute myself in Discord, so ping me if you need me, just so I can speak. stream and stuff, so you can guys carry on talking.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, you're back. You wanna go now?
Yeah, let's go. I'll make the room. Random color, 20 minutes, and let's go. Boards up. It appears that I am black and you'll be white.
This is the game, isn't it? XMG. Right, here we go. Final game on the stream.
Good luck, have fun.
You too. I'm gonna mute myself as well so I can keep speaking on the stream.
Yes.
So it's only me that can hear this. So let's see what we can do. I've been watching everyone play all night, so. He really wants to get rid of these knights off the board, doesn't he? He really wants to get rid of them. He wants to double up the pawns, that's why. I'm not gonna let him. He'll come down. No, he hasn't actually. I'm gonna let him take that because I want to let open that side of the board up. Yeah, if he wants to take that, I'll take them. So. Yeah, that's not going to work the same, is it? I had an idea of doing some really fancy move then, but I just looked. This pawn is a bit of a problem for me. Need to do some jostling. didn't fall for it. It's interesting, this, isn't it? I don't want to speak about my plans, but nah, it's sussed it out. It's really annoying that. Everyone wanted to know the plan of what I was going to do. Let's see if he moves something else over here. Is I would have just sacrificed the bishop, but then he can't take because his king would have been winged, and then obviously he couldn't do anything because next turn's checkmate. So he's found out the right thing. But I need to think about what I'm doing quite quickly because I'm running quite low on time. I need to break through somewhere. I need to think. I don't want to put too much pressure in the centre because I'm forcing these rooks to come together. I'm in a very close position here, so it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, see, he'll push that there. Okay, that's it's really, this is what I mean when I was talking about really tight games before. This is the situation. I'm in a really tight position now. If I move that down, right. I want to get rid of my queen though, because my queen's been a nuisance for him. I kind of need the queen though. We're locked. We're locked in position here. This is really horrible. I'll move the pawns forward now. Just gonna use like Baron Ram now. I'm running quite low on time as well. That's what I need to consider. Excuse me. So like people were asking we're probably thinking like why didn't a queen sacrifice? The problem I didn't queen sacrifice is he's got a knight, I've got a bishop, so my bishop at the minute is kind of useless because all the dark squares are blocked, so I can't use the bishop really. So if I sacrifice queen for queen, then I'm in a really bad position because I can't get through. I'd have to push my way through, which leaves me at a disadvantage because you can see where I'm pushing because I'd have to use both the rooks to get through somewhere. Time's going down the wire, isn't it? Yeah, it's interesting this game. I'm gonna say though, this is the first game of chess I've played for quite a long time, so XMG's been warming up all day. I'm liking this. Should take part. Should take part next time. If I take, he pushes down, I'm in a bad spot. It's a really close position. This is quite difficult to play. This is going to come down to the wire with time. I don't know how to open this position up. I feel like this is. Down to the wire, guys. Down to the wire. Ah. Good game.
Good game to you too. Yeah.
That was close. 1 second in it.
1 second off. Yeah.
No, it was probably because I hesitated where I was putting the king there. I was like, nope.
Nope.
I just went, I'll put it there, and I went, no, because I'll trap the queen. And then I looked at the time and I went, no, I screwed it. Yeah, it was just a close position. There was just nowhere to really go.
Yeah, we just stalemated. Like, I don't know, we had an iron curtain of pawns that just couldn't go anywhere. Nothing really could go in between except for some tiny holes.
1 second though.
Oh. Secret boss level. Extra hard difficulty. Oh my god.
No, it's the first game of chess I've played in quite a long time, so yeah, it's a good game.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Alright. I can't tell if it's because my brain is a bit fried or if I'm just staring at the computer screen for 2.5 hours, really concentrating on chess. But my hands are shaking.
Probably need a break. I think that's a good point to end it, even though I never want to end on a loss, but that's always a good
That was
point to
so
end the
close.
stream. Yeah, it was. It's really annoying that. If I took like if I a few of my early turns, if I took a bit less time, would have been fine then.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. But no, that is the end of the stream. So thank you everyone for watching. There'll be more TAW tournaments coming up soon. So, oh, thank you for the bits as well. Sorry, I was in the middle of the game. I didn't notice the bits were bought. So thank you for that. The most sneaky. Well, thank you for everyone for watching and everyone for playing. This has been the TAW Chess in the Park tournament, and you'll see us all again pretty soon. Thank you for watching, and see you.